Hi, good afternoon, or should I say good morning, or good evening to you, wherever you're watching around the world. Ladies, gentlemen, to the boys, to the girls. Are you in France? Are you in Jamaica? Are you in Bermuda? Are you in Benin? Are you in Democratic Republic Congo? Are you in Morocco? Are you in Peru? Are you in Mexico? Are you in New Zealand? Or are you in Pakistan? Are you in Indonesia? Are you in Sri Lanka? Are you in Germany? Are you in Scotland? Are you in Bangladesh? Where could you be watching around the world, I wonder? You can let me know in my comment section below. Well, this is your host, your guy himself, DLG Reppin. And bringing you Arsenal's preview of their home game against Crystal Palace tomorrow, 8 o'clock kickoff on Sky Sports main event. So, wherever you're watching around the world, for some of you, you could be getting up a ridiculous 1 or 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, that's what I call stupid o'clock in the morning, just to watch the Arsenal. Here, it's 8 p.m. British time. So, Arsenal v Crystal Palace. Now, some will deem it as Pepe v Zaha. Now, Zaha's come to the Emirates a couple of times and he's really caused us problems. And I mean real problems. And he is showing our club directors, this is what happens when you don't sign me. And this is what happens when you do sign Pepe. The difference in level of consistency and performances between the two. And when you talk about consistency and performances, Zaha has been a lot more consistent and a much better performer in the Premier League than Pepe. Pepe, he can't even get ahead of Saka for his position. That's how good Saka has been for us. It shouldn't be called Pepe versus Wilfred Zaha, in my opinion. It's Bukayo Saka versus Wilfred Zaha. That's the bottom line. It's a game between the two of us. Last season, I was at that game. If I remember correctly, it was a 2-2 draw and we blew a 2-goal lead after being 2-0 up. Yeah. That fixture was remembered for one individual. And I stand by what I say. After what he did by throwing the armband, jeering the fans, and that's long after his number was called up to come off, and he should have remained as professional as possible and jogged off the pitch in the moment where we're looking to get the 5th and the winning goal of that game. And when it did happen about 10, 15 minutes after he walked off the pitch to jeers and telling the Arsenal fans to F off. Well, for me, you told millions of Arsenal fans to F off and you're not forgiven. I still want you out of the club. Not because of that moment, because of you've been completely proven how inconsistent you have been. Right, you've had a good couple of games off recently, but when it all goes downhill, you're one of the ones who are missing because you don't want to take responsibility in the big games, or you just continue to spray wayward passes and the opposition has them easily. You're the opposition's dream, Mr. Granit Xhaka, and that's a fact. But anyway, that was then. And not forgetting, Guendouzi, I'll tell you something. People will complain about Guendouzi, but I'll tell you what, this guy is not only better than Willock, Shaka, El Nani. But for me, he's the guy who is a complete talented footballer, and he's doing wonders at or should I say bits and wonders at Hertha Berlin. I hope he does come back, and once he has his child, I hope him becoming a parent and a role model will really mature him in the coming months and years to come. That I am praying and hoping for. Other than that, he was that guy who fouled Wilfred Zaha. Otherwise, Zaha was away to go and get the winning goal. Fact. Well, let's leave it as that, and let's move on. We're going for number 5 wins in a row. We've got a system that has worked in the last 4 games that we've won, and I'm going to be picking that system, and that formation is the 4-2-3-1. It has been absolutely tremendous for us, and I'll tell you something. That Chelsea win has installed or reinstalled the belief and confidence within the players and the supporters to an extent. But we are going to keep our feet steady on the ground, and we are not getting carried away. We Arsenal fans, yeah? And I will say I and millions of you Arsenal fans, do not get carried away, because it can all go pear-shaped once again, and we're back to square one. Right. Without further ado, allow me to go into my starting 11. The formation is a 4-2-3-1, as I've said earlier. So in goal, Bernd Leno, the number 1 club goalkeeper, one of the best shot stoppers in the Premier League, and overall one of the best in the Premier League. Do I need to say more about him? No, not really. He stays between the sticks, and for that point blank save, we would have been out of our FA Cup. Yeah, our trophy. But Leno really was focused on saving us, and saving us he did. So Bernd Leno in goal. Right back. Well, I'm going to pick my 4-2-3-1, and my right back would be Ainsley. No, I'm going to go with I'm going to go with Ainsley Maitland-Niles. I'm going to go with some pace, defensive stability. Yes, solid at times, and for me, he links up play with either Pepe or Saka, but I'm going to go with Maitland-Niles. The centre-half pairing, this is where I'm going to change it a bit. I can't understand why the club rewarded a centre-half, an English centre-half who goes by the name of Rob Holding. And for me, he has proven non-consistent over the time that he's been at the club. All right, at the times there, he has been on long-term injuries. That I get, but he's always seemed to have a lack of, I don't know if it's a lack of concentration or something that tells me that he's always seemed to have a concentration problem, and I don't know. Well, maybe I just said a lack of, was it a lack of concentration? But he seems to be inconsistent in his performances at times, and time again he's never goes side of the opponent he's facing, and he seems to get himself drawn out of position or exposed. But I'm not going to start him in this game. I'm going to go with Gabriel Magalhaes. He's back, he's fit, raring to go, and he's been our best performing centre-half this season. Gabriel Magalhaes will play on the right-hand side of the defence. So I'm going to leave Pablo Mari to play on the left-hand side of the defence. He's been brilliant ever since he's coming into the team. He's shown how dominantly strong he is in the air. With the ball at his feet, his contribution is superb as well. yeah, he leads by example. I think he leads by example. He seems to be vocal, and he's in the right place at the right time. His defensive positioning is always on point, as I've noticed. He don't just react to danger; he spots danger, and he knows where danger is, and he always seems to spot danger for me. I think he deserves a start. Left back, well, does he need any more intro? Kieran Tierney. What can I say about this guy? He's been brilliant since the Chelsea victory. Just goes from strength to strength to strength, and he's only going to get better and better and more better. Yep, I like him down the wing, going down the touchline where he's supporting his winger. He produces fine crosses, and I'll tell you what, yeah, it's a striker's dream with the crosses he goes in. The crosses that he puts in for the likes of imagine Alan Shearer, Ian Wright, to name a few other top class Premier League strikers on the end of them, they would be laughing all the way. I'll tell you something, he starts for me, and he should be our club captain. The two in front of the midfield, the two in front of the defence, Thomas Partey, if he's back, I'll throw him in this game. I mean, we need some power, aggression. Excuse me, what? We need, I think I should go and drink some coffee. We need, that direction, and for me, I call him our midfield bully destroyer for a reason. Someone who can break up play, smell danger, and then react to it. And he's everything that we have been crying out for a number of years. For me, this guy starts. Alongside him, I'm going to go with, you're not going to believe it or not, I'm going to go with Mohamed El-Neni. I think the last time them two played together was the away victory over Manchester United, and I'm going to go with El-Neni, but there is an upgrade at Brighton, and he wants to come to Arsenal. And I'll tell you what, he is the upgrade on Xhaka, El-Neni and Willock. And for me, I'll tell you what, until then, I'll go with El-Neni because of his mobility to get around the field, with his fitness. I can't fault that. So the three in front of the two, Bukayo Saka, our player of the season, possibly a contender for PFA Young Player of the Season. He has been an absolute phenomenal. He's been absolutely phenomenal for us this season. I mean, the goal against West Brom he scored, that beautiful team goal, sums him up and sums up the player that we have, Bukayo Saka. On the right, on the left hand side of the attack, I'm going to go with Aubameyang. He's got himself a goal over the weekend. Apart from that goal, I didn't see enough, and I would like to see more from Aubameyang, especially when we haven't got the ball. I'd like to see him press harder and a lot quicker as well. Going forward, when he's on form, he is one of the most deadliest strikers in the world of football. He will punish you. But as form goes at the moment, he has been nothing like that at all. And we've been struggling for goals, although he needs that creator. And maybe that creator is Emile Smith in the middle. For me, what a breath of fresh air since he's stated his place in the first team. He's been absolutely tremendous. Link up play, A1. Picking up pockets, A1. And I mean, this is a player that we definitely need to try and tie down to a new contract and not losing for peanuts. Emile Smith my attacker. I'm going to go with Lacazette. Why am I going with Lacazette? I have no idea. But to be fair to Lacazette, he's got himself 4 goals in 5 league games. Um, he's found his form. Can't complain about that front. Can't complain about that at all, at the slightest. One thing I will say is he's been he's been on fire, holding the ball up well, bringing his teammates into play. And I feel that he deserves to start in the first team, and his link-up play with Aubameyang could play a pivotal, or could play a big difference in this game between losing or drawing or winning. In our case, winning. That's what we're aiming for. Substitute number 1, Alex Renarson. I mean, someone at the top or someone is not overly convinced with him. It could be Arteta, it could be Edu in the boardroom. A few fans are not exactly convinced with him. He had one bad game against Man City, and it was his poorest game since he signed. Other than that, I think there is a potential good goalkeeper. We just need to give Renarson the opportunity to shine in the less superior trophies, and maybe we can oops. Have I just gone to sleep there? I do apologise. Wow. Yeah, Renarson said, I do apologise, ladies, gentlemen, to the boys, to the girls. I went to sleep on my podcast. So I'll get a yellow card, yeah? Do I deserve a yellow card for that? Right. Substitute number 2, Cedric Suarez. I don't think he had a bad game. Didn't think he did too badly, in that game against Newcastle, and he put in he finds spaces in good areas of the pitch, especially in the final third, and he does put in the crosses, whether they're good or bad. And I think there was one poor cross he put in that game, but maybe another one as well. So I'm still going to start with him. So that's Renarson, Cedric, David Luiz, centre half. For me, he's looked like he's fallen behind in the pecking order, and he's going to really have to work hard to get him back into that team. But he will bring us experience, that's for sure. But in this game, I want someone who's a lot quicker than David Luiz. Well, I know Marie's not quick, but maybe Gabriel's a little bit quicker than David Luiz in that respect. So I'm going to go with David Luiz on the bench. Substitute number 5. Ooh. Substitute number 5. We'll look at the midfield. Dani Ceballos. Yeah. I think he brings some technique in the deep line, in the deep midfield role, and especially when he's playing well, he's a good passer of the ball, and his link-up play is not too bad as such. Although it's called for him to go out to a club on loan. And there's been talk about him wanting to return to Real Madrid, according to rumours. I don't know how true that is. But Dani Ceballos. Granit Xhaka now, he's a guy who divides opinion. But to be fair, as much as I wanted him out of the club against tomorrow's evening's last season's opponents, he did come on and stay and steady the midfield with some good passing and good tackling. So fair play to him. But I would start him on the bench. Substitute number 6. Wow, substitute number 6. Wow, let's see what we got. Maybe I'll go with I don't want to go with him. No, I'm trying to think. I'll go with Hector Bellerin. He hasn't done too much wrong, but not for me. Starting this game against Crystal Palace, and they're the team that will try and hit us on a counter-attack. With their Eze and Sahas, I want a little bit more physically as well as offensively. So with Bellerin, I'm going to put him on my bench. So I'm doing it again. I'm asking for a double yellow and a red, aren't I? Substitute number 7, following Balogun. Now, for me, he gets ahead of Eddie Nketiah for the simple fact that he's more clinical and much more astute and confident, and that puts Nketiah behind him. You know, for me, yeah, maybe Nketiah scored goals in the under 21 or 23s, but again, he can't seem to fathom the step up from the under 21s to the under 23 Nketiah, where Balogun is lively, strong, and he can play with both feet. So I'm happy about him in that front. So he starts in that game. Struggling here. Oh no, he starts on the bench for me. Nicola Pepe. He's got to start pushing Bukayo Saka now. And he's got to work hard a lot in training as well, and put in the effort. And whatever Arteta's asked him to do, he best please just do it. You know, if he's asking 100% from him in his performances in training, then it is 100%. But for me, he's so substitute number 9. I can't believe it. Am I treading a thin line here? Substitute number 9. Who could it be? Gabriel Martinelli. He's unlucky not to start in my team. I feel that he may need to come on for like 20 minutes, 15 minutes tops to make an impact for us. But he's on my bench. So now I have completed the starting 11 and the 9 substitute bench. I would like to end this video on a good note overall and say, ladies, gentlemen, to the boys and the girls, thank you for watching, thank you for listening, thank you for tuning in. If you have an opinion about the team that I've selected, my cooking, well, not cooking, if you have an opinion about my channel, my channel, my starting 11, my 9 substitution bench and the formation, let me hear your messages in my review or in my comment section below. Help me by smashing the thumbs up like button, and I'll be really grateful and appreciative if you can help me to subscribe to my channel, please. That's myself and I only, DLG Reppin. Yes, that's me, done, and I look forward to hearing back from you guys. Other than that, have a good day, and remember, please be nice. Then.